Alright, what's up guys? Lucas Zives here. Today we're going to go over the 4 main principles to build muscle, alright? So let's just jump right into it, boys. Number 1 is going to be consistency, because building muscle takes time, okay? Like the most you can ever put on in your life, if you've never lifted before and then you start lifting, is going to be about 1 pound of muscle every month. So, and then it just slows down from there. So in order to really build up a good physique, it's going to take time, all right? So consistency is the first and most important factor when it comes to building muscle. All right, guys, so the next most important step is going to be correct training, all right, guys? So you want to train hard. So good rule of thumb is to almost go to failure on every set. So every set, that's, well, like not a warm-up set, it should be hard. Your last rep should be like you're struggling to like finish it, all right? So that's a good general rule of thumb to see how hard you're training. All right, guys, so now another step for proper training is going to be choosing the right exercises, okay? So like if you're doing chest or something, you don't want to just like do the exercise where you stand up straight and then like you grab the plate and you go like that, like while you're standing up, because that's just garbage. So make sure you're choosing like the good exercises. You want to do compound lifts, isolation lifts. You know, you want to have some variety in there, but make sure they're good exercises. You don't want to get injured or anything like that, all right? Now, you also want to be training it around like the 4 to like, 20, 25 rep range. That's what you want to mostly use to build muscle, okay? So the lower side of that, when you're doing lower reps, that's going to be more for strength training, and the higher is going to be more for like muscular endurance. So you kind of want a little bit of a variety, but you want to stick to somewhere in the middle, around like 8 to 12 reps for building size. Now the frequency that you train each muscle is going to be important. So like if you're doing like chest or something, the ideal frequency to train it is going to be 1 to 3 times per week. Okay, so you can have up to 3 chest days per week. But if you're doing that, I'd recommend probably lowering the exercises. If you're doing chest more often or whatever muscle more often, I'd recommend doing a little bit less exercises, but it'll still be like the same overall volume for the week. So for rest times, you're gonna want to use anywhere from 1 minute to 5 minute rest times, okay? So for like heavier lifts, heavier compound lifts that require more energy and stuff, you're breathing a little heavier after, like squats or something, that you're gonna want to rest 5 minutes, probably like 3 to 5 minutes. But on like bicep curls or something, you're good with just resting 1 minute, all right? All right, guys, now the third key principle for building muscle is gonna be your diet, all right? So the most important thing is gonna be protein. So you're gonna wanna try to get 1 gram per pound of your body weight in terms of protein, all right? Then you're gonna wanna spread that out, ideally through 6 meals. But in general, if you can only get like 3 or 4, it's not the end of the world, but ideally up to 6 meals is ideal. Now also, another key factor that will help you build muscle is carbohydrates, all right? So that's gonna be stuff like oats, rice, rice cakes, potatoes. Those will like fill up your muscles and it'll give you energy in the gym. So ideally you want like a carb heavy meal before you work out, and then you want to replenish the glycogen that you burned in the gym with carbs after. So you want protein and carbs before you work out and protein and carbs after, okay? So that's important. All right, boys, now the next key factor in building muscle is going to be your recovery, because you tear down muscle in the gym, but how you actually build muscle is through resting and recovering, you know? So you want 8 hours of sleep, obviously. You want to be drinking enough water and everything. You just want to generally try to stay healthy, you know? Stuff like that. Also, another part of recovery is you don't want to be doing like crazy marathons or anything like that. Like, yeah, cardio is good for you. You want a healthy heart. You don't want to be going on crazy marathons, doing like really rigorous, like, stuff where your joints are just pounding on each other, like running really hard or anything like that. It's healthy to do every now and then, but obviously not like, you have to prioritize one or the other. So all right, guys, so that was the 4 main key points in how to build muscle. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good one, boys.